Hi, addiction and Ayurveda. Addiction is not weakness. It's not a failure. It's just a signal that the sign that the soul is hungry for more joy. It's that attachment to the wrong things that's not aligned to your soul. Most people who fall into these addiction habits don't intend to get addicted. They start because life feels hard. They just want to fit in, and relationships feels heavy on your shoulder, and unfulfillment and work feels stressful, and they don't know how to cope. So they escape into these habits of alcohol, nicotines, and drugs. And it is usually a gradual process, slowly disconnecting from yourself and your wisdom. Ayurveda calls this Pragya Aparadh, the mystic of the intellect and the wisdom. The mind forgets its true nature, which is ananda, bliss, and instead it chases the outside pleasures. But here's the truth: that drink, that smoke, that pills, it never gave you the real happiness. It only numbed your pain. And over time, it drained your vitality, your ojas, and your resiliency. It weakens your digestion, it weakens your overall system, and it clouds your judgment. And it creates that habit that feels impossible to escape. It's that chain, that cage. But you're not your cravings. You're not your addiction. You are pure awareness and your joy itself. I just wanted to share this, that Ayurveda gives us the path back. Not punishment, not shame, but more that rhythm, that nourishment, that replacement, and that reconnection. How do we break through the cycles of addiction? First, I recommend a systemic and most comprehensive cleansing process. We call it Panchakarma. To effectively handle addiction, Panchakarma, Ayurvedic detox, is very helpful and crucial. This process helps expel toxins, ama from your tissues, it strengthens your digestive fire, your ojas, your vitality, and it strengthens and regulates the functions of your senses and clears the mind and your body channels, srotases, for new habits to take root. Second, Ayurveda says reduce the doses. Ayurveda cautions a sudden stopping may create intense withdrawal symptoms, especially for alcohols and opiates. Some rogis, some clients have been able to do it. Sudden stopping. I didn't have to do much, but in most cases, gradual reduction is recommended while supporting the body with herbs, diet, therapies, and treatments, and have been proven to be a lot more safer and more effective. I mean, sometimes you can, do a gentle substitutions. Like for alcohol, you can shift from hard liquor to small amounts of diluted herbal wines and then taper it down. Like for nicotine, people who smoke replace part of each cigarette with, readily available herbal mixes that you can do in order to smoke, and replace it with herbs like vacha, calamus, vasa, rose petals, brahmi, and jatamansi, and you can make it on your own. Nasal treatments, 2 drops of these, medicinal herbal ghee called brahmi in each nostrils to help you detoxify the brain fog and improve your clarity. Negative effects of the withdrawals can be also softened and reduced with these cleansing rasayana herbs and also the breathing practices and pranayama. Third, I would say bring back the rhythm. The dinacharyas. Addiction thrives in chaos, but healing thrives in that rhythm and pattern. Wake up with the sunrise. Sleep by around 10 p.m. Morning clarity meditation, breathing practices, warm water, oil self massages. It rebuilds and self nurtures your system. Fourth, I would say make food thy medicine. Build ojas with clarified ghee, soaked almonds, dates, warm milk with nutmeg and turmeric, and avoid sugar, excess caffeine, processed foods. They mimic the addictive cycles. And fifth, there are certain herbs and rejuvenating, Ojas building herbs that something like Brahmi and Puspi that calms your mind, restores your clarity. Ashwagandha that reduces the stress and strengthens your nerves, and Guduchi that detoxifies and rejuvenates your system, and Tulsi tea gently reduces that craving and helps with your liver and your lungs. Sixth, mind training, like just kind of doing the mind manas shuddhi. The breathing practices balances autonomic nervous system. The yoga nidra creates deep rest without any substances. Meditations and mantras rewires your samskaras, your habit grooves in your brain, replacing the rajasic and tamasic pleasures like quick highs and crashes with sattvic joys, more like walking in nature, music, chanting, creative expression, nourishing friendships, and spending time with your loved ones. And eighth, community and coaching, like, find your tribe. Addiction thrives in isolation, healing thrives in connection. Ask for help from family and friends. Get counseling, coaching. Here's the truth: addiction is not your identity, it's only a shadow. And shadows disappear when you turn to the light. Change your story. You don't lose anything by giving up on those habits. You gain everything: your freedom, your clarity, your health, and your ananda, your peace of mind. You are not broken. You are only searching in the wrong direction. What if I told you that overcoming addiction doesn't have to be a battle, but a journey towards joy and self discovery? You want more information? Call us, reach out to us. Thank you.